see this Marvel versus Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics 2024, PlayStation 4, Switch, Steam. Okay. Now, that sounds really weird, right? Like, why would the game come to PlayStation 4 and not PlayStation 5? So it sounds stupid, right? And then you start thinking like, what can it be? And then obviously it's not coming to Xbox, and you're like, oh man, wow, this sounds so strange. Now Capcom hates us, even though they have games going into Game Pass day one. Wow, Capcom, you're the worst, right? That's what everybody's feeling. But somebody on Twitter went ahead and dropped a little knowledge out in these streets. So let's go ahead and get this dude right here. Not a great name, John Muncher. Don't
What the
know.
world?
Don't know. Don't know what's happening there. But he does have some bars here that might be of interest to us. Says starting to believe the MT framework for Xbox One is dead theory. It explains all the skips for that platform. Great Ace Attorney has MT framework, didn't come to Xbox. Monster Hunter Stories, MT framework, didn't go to Xbox. Monster Hunter Stories 2, MT framework, didn't go to Xbox. Mega Man Battle Network, unknown but likely MT framework, didn't go to Xbox. Now, Marvel vs. Capcom Collection, another likely MT framework, not coming to Xbox. So when you go down here, he says this also lines up with the Street Fighter 6 dev saying adding online to the classic titles would be hard in Street Fighter 6 as the RE engine arcade ports are all offline. 2022 was the last year we saw a MT game on Xbox. Also explains the lack of PlayStation 5 ports too. Now you may be thinking like I was, what the fuck is an MT framework, right?
Yeah, what is that?
Well, somebody over here. Oh, not there. Maybe it's I have it somewhere else. I bookmarked it. Hold on. Let's go here. Go here. Go here. Okay, boom. So let's get this guy. He asks, might be goofy, but what is MT framework? I'm glad you asked, Devastator. I had no idea either. Says the engine that runs the game, like how the newer Resident Evil games run on RE engine, like how a lot of games are made on Unreal. Okay, great. So, and we think it doesn't work on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. Says not that it doesn't work, but that it's no longer actively developed for Xbox One specifically. Basically, any Xbox support of MT framework no longer exists. Likely move them over to Series F stuff. So basically, this MT framework essentially no longer really exists or is supported on Xbox. So therefore, it would make porting it over to Xbox, and not only Xbox, but also anything newer like PlayStation 5, right? Much more expensive and much more difficult. So again, going on based off what I said, what's good, Star X-Men?
Hello.
Moonlight was good, fam. How
What's
you guys
good? Doing
welcome,
good.
welcome. So
Hi, Doodle.
What's up, baby? How are you?
Skip CMoney.
wow.
I love you, bro. I love you.
Did he send you the link, Sir X-Men?
Nah, he sent everybody in there. I came
Wow.
through it with the chat. I came through it in the chat.
That's wild. That's wild. That cut me deep. That cut me deep.
Hey, I sent you this information, dude, and I'm pissed.
This
You're
right
pissed
here.
off. You're pissed off.
Yeah,
what are you mad
but
about?
after you hear this,
you
what
mad
are you
about,
pissed
sir?
about?
Oh, that I can't play Marvel versus Capcom 2, Marvel Superheroes, none of that good stuff. And Xbox has the ability to play backwards, previous gen too. So I don't know what they talking about. I know they're talking about the net code or something like that.
MT framework, the engine.
MT framework, but guess what? In this generation, and this is Microsoft.
Empty bottle?
There ain't no way that they couldn't have figured that out with Microsoft that quickly.
You know what it is, Sir X-Men? PlayStation paid them off. That's what
Fuck
it is.
PlayStation.
That's what they did. They paid them off not to put that game on
Guys,
that
it's not
console.
going to the PlayStation 5. It's going to the PlayStation 4.
Don't you see the picture, guys? is not coming to PlayStation 5, which means that there is an issue, right? And the issue is that the engine is too much of a bitch to go ahead and make work on the newer consoles. It's just what it is. And then Xbox apparently stopped supporting it since Xbox One. So that's it. Now, also keep in mind, and maybe I'm wrong. You can tell me if I'm wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, Xbox One games have to work on Xbox Series X games. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think anybody can release an Xbox game that doesn't work on the Xbox Series X, right? But
I think you're right.
Okay, but what about PlayStation? The reason they have a PlayStation 4 version and not a PlayStation 5 version,
and it's the same architecture of PS4.
No, so but no, the reason they could do it is because PlayStation 4 games do not have to release a PlayStation 5 version of a game. You can just release a PlayStation 4 version. There's no guarantee that it will or won't work on the PlayStation 5, just like they told us back in the day when the PlayStation 5 first came out, and there was this whole list of, hey, we don't know if your game's going to work, right? That's the difference.
But here's the difference, see?
I think that's the difference. How you going to say that's the difference? And then you're going to say,
I'm talking about on Xbox, though. Xbox made the architecture where you can play games like that from the PS4 to the PS Series X and S.
But why are we talking about we eat macaroni and cheese when we got fresh steak coming down the pipeline?
Because I'm an old school gamer, and I have all those games. I have all those games on my previous consoles. I love those games. I got it on the 360. I got both of them: Marvel Superheroes, Marvel vs. Capcom 1, and a special downloadable package. And I got Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Problem here?
Because I want to play them on my Xbox Series with my friends.
Okay. Go get a PlayStation 4 and go play it over there. This
Fuck PlayStation.
Whine and cry.
What do you mean? You said it's your favorite console.
Sir X-Men.
He did say that. He did.
The thing is, I know Xbox can do it because
they can.
Because they have emulator. We used the emulator for the Xbox for the PlayStation got mad because we was playing PlayStation 1 games on the Xbox. But everybody forgot about that. So I don't know why.
I don't understand why in the hell are we still in a position where people are out here crying for fucking games. The reason why they bought all these studios and why they've invested so much fucking money is so that they don't have to rely on any other fucking company to feed us games. They have fucking Game Pass. One game slides through, or they don't, whatever the hell the situation may have been, whether it was monetary, whatever the situation is, why are we out here causing chaos over a fucking game when we have a ridiculous amount of games that they're fucking feeding us? This sounds so stupid.
I'm not trying to cause any chaos.
You bought me 15 toys, but the one toy that you forgot to fucking get me, I'm gonna cry about. That's bullshit.
It's not about that.
Tomorrow, and we get a new game
it's not about that. It's not about that.
It is.
Okay, wait. Let's go down.
It's so large. This game is so large that a lot of people don't know. Fighter fans like me and like other people.
500 megabytes.
Yeah. I'm not talking about the size of the game.
You're not even gonna feel
I'm talking about what this game represents.
No, but listen, but this is the thing. This is the problem I have, Sir X-Men, and this is why I wanted to talk about this specifically just like this. Because again, I'm seeing the same shit, this fucking bullshit where let's call for Phil, right? Phil, what are you doing to us? Phil, you're fucking us. Xbox, you're fucking us. No, motherfuckers. It's Capcom who is choosing not to spend the extra money. I don't give a shit. It's not Xbox's fault to be like, oh my God, no, you're going to skip us. Please,
No, I know
we'll
it's
give you
not
whatever you
Xbox.
want.
I'm not blaming
Like-
Microsoft for this.
Like
And
that's not.
the thing. We're
it's-
not in a position where
dumb,
Phil
dude.
should fucking
Capcom.
bend over and take it so that we can have fucking games. Fuck them all. You
Yeah.
don't want your games
Stop
on Xbox?
fucking-
That's your loss. That's where we're at right now. So no problem. You're not bringing it to Xbox. Fuck off.
Well, I'm
We
buying it
don't
on
get our
PC
money.
anyway,
That's
though.
it.
So I'm gonna buy it on PC.
Exactly. You
They
good,
get it
man.
on PC
Listen,
then. Yep.
Yeah, people are not going to fucking buy this game in droves. Other Zink was
Oh,
good
yeah,
on
they
there.
are.
It's not fair.
Yeah, they are.
Welcome.
People are
No,
gonna
I
buy that.
promise
on
you.
my
Hold on.
Capcom, too.
Hold on. Sir X Man,
Oh God,
I've
here
been
we go.
playing games just as long as you, bro. Let me tell you something. Nobody is
No.
buying this fucking game.
I am.
Nobody
not.
Hey, Sega man, Sir X Man, nobody gives a shit about this game. Let them keep their fucking game. And this is why I don't buy Capcom shit. Fuck them. Doodle is absolutely right. Why the fuck
Thank
we
you.
crying? And whoever the new guy is, he said it perfectly. Why are we complaining about old shit when we got this new shit right here? Man, fuck
Yes.
Capcom. Let them keep their bullshit. Let them stay their ass the fuck over there. I'll talk to
Okay.
you guys later.
That's your
Damn.
opinion.
All
That's
right.
your
Damn.
opinion. That's fine.
What?
That's
Wow.
fine.
Wow, we dropped
Yo,
He bounced. He
he
bounced.
was like, I'm done. I said what I said. All right, yo.
Everybody's got their own opinions on certain game
No,
types
listen.
that they like, man. Everybody.
Listen, this is the thing. This is the thing. If the conversation, and let me be clear, if the conversation was, damn, I wish this came to Xbox, fucking Capcom and their bullshit, right? Fucking Capcom and their bullshit, then that's different, right? But what's happening is people are not saying fucking Capcom and their bullshit. They're saying, Xbox, why are you doing this? What happened? You dropped the ball. I'm so sick of this. Sick of what? Is
I'm
this
not
what
blaming
you
it on
woke up?
Xbox though.
And
That's
that
the
might
thing.
be a pony writing that. That's the thing, because the ponies, they like to play as Xbox dudes and then make a whole controversy.
Even
And
Max
then
and Million
put that
said,
out there.
why isn't it
And
coming here?
then we all start getting riled up, and then we all gonna speak about it. And they do it all the time. They do that so they could talk about something else. Because they're not talking about the what's happening to PlayStation.
Nothing's happened to PlayStation.
Sony said PlayStation is a loss. They lost this generation. That they exactly said it. Sony said it. But hey, nobody ain't talking about that. Is anybody
Well, of
talking
course
about
not.
that?
Of course not. Of course
So
not. Because
That just
that's
split the
way they
whole
are.
radar. I'm wondering. I'm like,
No, we're
So
talking
I'm
about
really
the
not
fighting
mad at
game.
all about this news. Why I'm really not mad at all about this game. Today, Still Wakes the Deep hit Game Pass. Sandrock
Facts.
also hit Game Pass today as a surprise. Tomorrow, Flintlock hits Game Pass. The day after that, that Princess game hits Game Pass. That origami Lotus Flower game.
Yes.
That hits Game Pass too. 3 days in a row, 3 good games.
Style game.
That one.
Yeah.
No, that's
exactly,
Shin.
Eric. That's exactly
exactly
the
it,
point,
dude.
and that's the bigger picture.
Yeah, we
Rather
got
than
games.
focusing and getting kind of like obsessed with this situation. No, we're not supposed to just get everything because we fucking want it. And then it's
But
the end
damn,
of
we
the
don't
world
get
if it
baby
doesn't
steps,
happen.
guys. We're missing out on
Yes.
baby steps.
Nobody
Fucking
wants
baby step.
It's
Nah,
not a
listen,
it's not a cult classic. That's the problem.
But listen,
Baby Steps
you
ain't
know,
no
what-
cult classic.
but you heard what it's called, Sir X-Men? You defined it yourself, right? It's a cult classic, right? You know what cult classics do when they get released? They don't sell worth a shit.
You
okay?
know
So
how
Xbox
long
is
we
not
have
gonna
been
be
begging
fucking
for
sitting there
this
paying for
game.
that shit, bro.
You know how much we've been begging for the version that we have on a 360, both versions to come over to Xbox One and beyond. We've been asking since the beginning of the Xbox One when they did.
Let me ask you a question. Is there other games that you said to yourself, man, I wish they put it over, and they did put it over?
Yeah, my Unreal Tournament 3 and my
let me ask you a
Rainbow
question,
Six
Justin.
Vegas.
If they could put those games over, but magically this shit show of a game has not been brought over, do you think it maybe has less to do with Xbox?
It's licensing. It's the licensing.
With the cocksuckers who won't put the game there?
No, it's the licensing for Marvel, dude.
I mean, I'm sure it is, but it's Capcom's license to get. It's not Xbox's. The homie Red Sippy, what's good, my man? Thank you for being here. Says a few small games skip Xbox, and the sky is falling. A ton of big games skip Switch, and it's not an issue. PlayStation.
What the hell was
PlayStation?
Mute your mics, guys.
Don't flush the toilet, please.
Please.
A few small game. I'm sorry. PlayStation misses out on Power World in a lot of mini games, and it's not an issue. Red Sippy, 100%, bro. 100%. That's exactly what it is, dog. It's bullshit. It's bullshit.
And as far as fighters, y'all don't understand it. As far as fighters that people want to come to the next generation, y'all don't understand that part. But everybody in my community that plays fighters like that and have been playing fighters at that, and they play fighters on the Xbox, they are very disappointed that it didn't come over. A lot.
Get the cabinet. Get the arcade cabinet if you want it so badly.
No, I got all the consoles here, but I want to play it against my friends on the Xbox. That's the issue. Because the multiplayer is better on this new one when I checked it out. The multiplayer.
Yeah, but you can punch your friend in real life with a cabinet.
It's not the same. It's not the same. Y'all know it's not the same.
The homie Dan Lazar, my dude. Thank you, brother, for being here, man. Appreciate you, homie. Thank you for that $5 super chat, homie. Thank you. Says, I don't give a shit about Marvel or Capcom. I tried playing those games before and they were shit. Now, if it was DC versus Mortal Kombat, I might care.
That is backwards compatible with the disc. You can play that, and the servers still work. I've played it on the Xbox, so it is playable.
I think we're getting to a point in which, like, we should be at a point where it shouldn't be a what are you guys doing? What are you guys fucking up that these games aren't here? Is a you skipped Xbox? No problem. Fuck off. That's it. That's it.
Maybe we should ask for a real remake instead of just whatever they're doing with the old architecture.
Makes sense.
That too.
Say that one more time.
Make a real remake.
Yeah, remake it. Make a real remake instead of what they're doing with the current old architecture. Instead of just rehashing and rebuilding the old stuff on the same old engine.
How many of you guys have actually played those series of games from Children of the Atom, Marvel versus Capcom, Marvel?
I played the arcade games,
but you never played the ones at home, though, right?
No.
See, I've played them at home against my friends back in the day with my older console. It's a totally different thing than playing in the arcade. And I played them on the Saturn. The first two. I played it on the Dreamcast, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I played Marvel vs. Capcom 1 on the Dreamcast. I've been through the whole slate of that. And then when Marvel vs. Capcom Collector's Edition with Marvel Superheroes and Marvel vs. Capcom 1 came to the Xbox as a downloadable game, I got that. And we played the crap out of it. Then when Marvel vs. Capcom 2 came out on the Xbox 360, we know life that. We played it all the time. So as you can see, all my games in one compilation that are going other places but are not going to the next gen or the newer consoles, that's where my disappointment lies.
Listen,
so what is the disappointment? I understand emotionally how you feel about the game not being on Xbox. Right. Now, what further than that? Like, well, where are the feelings going? Like, if there's nothing to do about it, it kind of is what it is.
I know there's nothing I can do about it, but it's just the fact of they should have made a next generation for even PS5 and Xbox Series. They should have done that because they could have done that.
And again, if we're talking to Capcom, sure, fucking light their asses up. Like, I get it. Like,
oh, we do. We've all spent something to Capcom, and we pissed.
If they gave a shit about you, Sir X-Men, then they would have fucking did it. But this is the problem. They don't give a shit, right? They only care about their dollars, and they know that it doesn't make sense. And this is how you know, Sir X-Men. They know that they're not going to sell enough to justify the extra work is going to take to bring it to Xbox, because it doesn't just seamlessly work with that old ass MT framework. And that is the problem. So
as Eric suggested, why is that not being done then? And the reason is because they know that whatever money and whatever efforts go into it will not be coming back. They're doing what PlayStation couldn't see that they shouldn't be fucking doing. They understand their place. They understand that not many people are going to run out and go ahead and throw money at them. Not worth the time. And so, I mean, you at the end of the day, you got to kind of let them do whatever the fuck they want to do. But if there's a problem, the problem lies with them. And if they don't have the money to go ahead and make the fucking game, it is what it is.
Okay. But to that point, then, if Xbox games go over to PlayStation, then, they're going to do what they got to do.
Well, we're talking about money, right? We're talking about money.
Right.
If you're talking about Phil saying, you know what, we need money, so we need to go ahead and put the games on PlayStation, you're talking about two different things. We're talking about a company that has a game that they don't want to invest in because they know that there are not that many people that are going to go ahead and care for it in order for them to go ahead and remake this game in the way that it should be made to be on other platforms.
I see there's a differential, though. No disrespect to nobody, but to be honest, nobody sees where me and the fighting community come from with this, because we've all played that game. For all those games, we
there's some confusion here because I don't want to be confusing. Like Doodle's not coming at your feelings on wanting.
I know she's not.
Right?
I know she's not.
This is strictly about the way where the gun is aimed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and I don't think you're doing that. Look, I think if this was not a Xbox witch hunt, which it always fucking becomes, which is so
I saw how stupid they are out there.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so played out. Like, that's what they're doing. So what they do is they take away your rights, not rights. Damn, I took that shit far. But they take away like the idea of what you're talking about here, right? So instead of us coming together and being like, fucking Capcom, like, how stupid can you be? Have you not seen the road that all these other people have gone down? Every time they get in bed with PlayStation, they fail. The thing is, this game is a nothing burger as far as size and money, right? Like, they're not spending a ton of money porting it over. They're not going to lose money on this engagement, bringing it over to PlayStation. They're literally just taking their old shit and like copy and pasting that shit over to the other systems. You know what I'm saying? So it's costing them next to nothing to do, right? They're going to make a ton of money off of this because they don't have to spend any money. That's what they don't want to do on the Xbox. But instead of us saying, look at these cheap fucks, like saying fuck you to the Xbox community, right? We got to worry about everybody else who's trying to come at Xbox. Like, are you serious? You think that they're supposed to what? Bow down, beg,
that's the
beg
thing,
Capcom,
please, God, that they should be in.
CMoney, you have to realize this. People on PlayStation say they don't play old games. So how this sounds if they play old games? It kill another narrative.
Well, that's why it's not coming to PlayStation 5.
It's coming to PS4.
Only PS4.
It's going to the old console.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to the old console.
It still kills the narrative that they don't play old games.
And they don't.
Yeah. I can see if
they hit a high, we don't want to hear nothing for these ponies ever again. If they say they don't play old games, new games, if they buy that game and they play that shit, they can't be talking nothing about Xbox ever again because all the narratives are dead.
Oh, but if they do make a next gen version of that game and it does come over to the newer consoles, I will be getting it from my Xbox.
All the people,
Eric, thank you, brother. Appreciate you for stopping by, homie.
All the people don't want to go to the PlayStation 5. They staying on the PlayStation 4 because they know the PlayStation 5 is no good.
And they know there's more people in PS4 right now.
Yeah.
Facts.
So if they buy that kills the narrative right there because more people are on the PlayStation 4.
You're right.
So if they do that, it beats the PlayStation 5 narrative right there, and it beats another narrative right there. So it kills two birds with one stone. So now they can't talk shit anymore.
Sony will be crying. If that game sells on the PS4, Sony will be crying for them to make a version for the PS5. And if they make a version for the PS5, then a version will come for Xbox Series also. So I can wait.
Yeah, I
for
mean, if
them.
they're gonna
I'm
invest
gonna
the money
have it
to
on
make it work,
PC anyway, so I'm gonna have it on both ways. So
yeah, I mean that's really the beauty, right? Like at the end of the day, I can't allow these people. Well, I mean, they're gonna do what they do, but they're gonna hear it from us. I can't allow these people coming out here fucking after we get one of the greatest fucking showcases in the history of fucking gaming to have everybody now want to come at Xbox for fucking not blowing Capcom and getting this fucking old ass game. Like, it don't make no sense to me. So, I mean, that's my feelings on it. At the end of the day, I don't think that the hassle of getting this old game over here is worth the bullshit. Like, just if the game comes, great. All more power to you. But don't fucking like
This is the
dangle that
thing.
shit and be like,
Yes,
fucking
because at this
Xbox's fault.
point, it's kind of like if you got the Game Pass bag, you're welcome, right? We buy games over here. So if your game is on this platform, you're welcome. That position of fucking weakness, I'm so sick of. It's such bullshit. Like, even if you really want the game, if it ain't happening, like, to go out there and start crying about it, like you don't have a fucking buffet of fucking games coming this year. Like, are you kidding me? The ponies want our game so they can mock us, not because they want to fucking buy the shit. So they want to sit there and fucking claim that these games are coming, but at no point do you see them like having a fucking meltdown about it.
Like me, it doesn't matter to me because I got a Nintendo Switch and I got a PlayStation 4. I got an Xbox. I could buy the game anytime I want to. I just hate when the ponies manipulate people and use their narrative to feed up their own narrative to manipulate people so people get more madder, and then the media is going to get involved and they're going to make it worse.
Oh, the media is also mad because it's not coming next gen either. So I mean, they're not happy either.
So people just manipulating
the only
people.
thing I see, I tell you right now, I don't see anybody saying a motherfucking word about it not coming to PlayStation 5.
No.
The only shit that is being thrown out there on a nonstop fucking basis now is this shit with Xbox. And again, if it was just ponies, fine.
No problem.
Right? Just fine. Of course, ponies are going to do it.
That's their MO. They want to go ahead and find anything they can go ahead and find to go and try to feel like they have a win. But again, CMoney, you brought it up, right? You don't hear them crying about the PlayStation 5 version because they have some sort of thing called fucking, I don't know, dignity, that they don't go out there and start fucking crying over bullshit. Right?
Fucking embarrassing themselves and shit. The homie Dan Lazaro, my dude, thank you, brother, for being here, man. Thank you for that $2 super chat, homie. Appreciate you, man. Says too old to be disappointed by games. Yo, I feel that.
It's because of my age, and I'm disappointed that this ain't coming to next gen consoles.
And plus, you guys have to realize too, sometimes some people say they from Xbox and stuff, but they really ponies because they be switching sides crazy.
It's like people when they get mad of Knights of the Old Republic coming to PlayStation.
They be switching sides and then boom.
That's because it was on Xbox
and they talk
first.
shit about
Right,
Xbox.
that's because it was on Xbox first. Correct.
Because every time Xbox do something good, it's always something bad coming out of nowhere. And then once Xbox do something good, those Xbox people are nowhere to be found. You ever realize that?
Of course, man. Of course. This is the problem.
So I believe it's the ponies. It's the ponies. They be making another account saying
well,
this.
no, I'm talking about like names of people that I know, right? Like people that I've seen that are Xbox people, but they out here fucking talking about being pissed that the shit's not coming to Xbox, but not again directed at fucking Capcom, the people who are actually responsible for this fucking happening. And instead, I see them talking about fucking Xbox, talking about fucking
let them do the same thing like Final Fantasy. They gonna learn their lesson. Like you see what happened to Final Fantasy. They didn't learn their lesson.
Enix. Yeah, they
did not learn their lesson. So let them find out. And other people crying, just let them cry because what you're gonna do is just feeding their narrative and then making the PlayStation ponies feel good. Like, oh, this is the game they can't have. Look at that. How that make you feel? And then we acting like kids just arguing about a game that if you got both systems, it doesn't matter. But if you got a PC, it doesn't matter either. But thing is, you giving fuel for the ponies, and we all acting up, and they's gonna grow bigger because we all fighting each other for a stupid ass game that is old, but you could play it anywhere you want to play it at. You could play it on the Nintendo Switch. You got a Nintendo Switch. You could play it on a PC. If you got like, I know most Xbox people said they have a PC, so use your PC. You got Game Pass on your PC. It's no point of doing all that extra stuff, arguing with each other, tearing up the community and making it not community like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for Capcom to see the money loss because there are a lot more fighter fans on Xbox too than they know.
Yeah,
And that's the thing.
that means
I mean,
let's get
I
a
guess
Nintendo
we'll see,
Switch.
right? Next week we'll find out, right? If we see them post a million people bought fucking when does it even come out? Is it out already?
Sometime in this year.
Sometime
All right,
this
so
year.
it's not even out yet. All right, well, get ready for part 2 of this conversation when it does launch.
Yeah, because
People start
I'm
crying
gonna
again.
have it day one on PC. So